Hello everyone, my name is Sapna Chaudhary, Assistant Professor of Agronomy from School of Agriculture and Technology. So today I am here to represent the topic weed management in field crops. So in which we study about what is weed, types of weed in crops, crop weed interference, important aspects, and problems occur due to weeds in crop, and what is weed management, methods of weed control, and last one is integrated weed management. So first is what is weed. So weed is a plant that growing where it is not wanted, and you can also say that weed is a unwanted plant, a plant out of space, or a plant that is extremely noxious, useless, or unwanted or poisonous. So next, these are the types of weeds generally that are grown in field crops. So first one is grasses that are cylindrical and hollow stem having nodes and internodes, and this belongs to family Gramineaceae, and these are monocots in nature. And next one is sedges. Sedges are the having triangular stem and no nodes and 3 leaves at the top, and sedges belong to the family that is Cyperaceae. And the last one is that is broadleaf weeds. Broadleaves alternately arranged on stem, and they are dicots in nature. And next one is that are the important aspects of crop weed interference. So increasing weed density reduces the crop yield, and this relationship is known as sigmoidal in nature. And next is crop density also affects crop weed competition, and increasing crop seed density in a community decreases the weed growth, that is seeding vigor, canopy development, allopathic effects, rooting depth and root volume, and etc. And there are differences in both weeds and crops with regard to their competitive availabilities, and some crop varieties also have a allopathic effect, and cropping practices such as time and method of seeding, fertilizer application, irrigation, etc. have got influence on weed crop interference. So adverse weather conditions like drought, incessant rainfall, and extremes of rainfall put crops under stress without disturbing the weeds. Next is this table shown that critical period of crop weed competition in field crops. So there are some names of field crops and the critical period of crop weed competition. So first one is that is maize. When we did not manage the weeds in critical period, then that is 20 to 30 days after sowing. So rice is that is critical period of crop weed competition in rice crop is that is 30 to 35 days after sowing. For transplanted rice it is 30 to 35 days after sowing or after transplanting, you can say that. And in soybean it is 50 to 40 days, and in sesame 15 to 40 days, and so on. And next is losses of agriculture. So the total annual loss of agriculture produce, that is due to weeds it is 45%, due to insects it is 30%, due to diseases it is 20%, and rest of the loss occur due to the other pests like rats, wild animals. And next is yield loss due to weeds in percentage. So in maize, loss due to weeds is 50 to 60%. In rice generally that is 50 to 60%. In transplanted rice it is 95%. In soybean it is 40 to 60%, and in sesame it is 40 to 60%, and so on. And next are problems occurs due to weeds in crops, that is nutrient losses, water losses, light penetration, space competition, insect tent diseases. In weeds also increase the cost of production in field crops, and it also lower the quality of crop, and also shows the allopathic effect on field crops. And next one is weed management. So weed management is the process of minimizing the weed population and their growth below the level of economic injury to the crop with minimum environmental pollution. And weeds can be managed by adopting any suitable method of weed control, and if needed by combining two or more methods of weed control. So here are methods of weed control, that is physical and cultural. So for designing any weed control program in a given area, one must know the nature and habitat of the weeds in that particular area and how they react to the environmental changes and also how they respond to herbicides. So principles of weed control are, there are four principles of weed control. That first one is prevention, second is eradication, third one is control, and last one is, that is, management. So prevention is in which we not allowing weeds to become established. So in which we use weed free crop seed, weed free manures, and also use clean harvesting equipments for the tillage practices, and also elimination of weed infestation in with the use of irrigation water. So next one is eradication. Eradication is the ideal weed control, but it is rarely achieved. So it infers that a given weed species, its seed and vegetative parts has been killed or completely removed from a given area, and that weed will not appear unless reintroduced to that particular area. And the next method is, that is, control. In control methods, the weeds are seldom killed, but their growth is severely restricted and the crops makes a normal yield. So weed management, in which weed control aims at only putting down the weeds present by some kind of physical or chemical means, while weed management is a system approach whereby whole land use planning is done in advance to minimize the very invasion of weeds in aggressive form and give crops plants a strongly competitive advantage over the weeds. And weed control methods are grouped into physical, cultural, chemical and biological, and every method of weed control has its own advantages and disadvantages. So no single method is successful under all weed situations. Many a time a combination of these methods gives effective and economic control than a single method. So here are the components of control, that is chemical, physical, cultural and biological. So first we talk about, that is, mechanical weed control. So in mechanical weed control we use different practices, that is tillage, hoeing, hand weeding, sickling and mowing, burning and flooding. And first we talk about, that is tillage. So tillage removes weeds from the soil resulting in their death, and it may weaken plants through injury of root and stem pruning and also reducing their competitiveness or regenerative capacity. And hand weeding is, it is done by physical removal or pulling out of weeds by hand or removal by implements called khurpi or sickle. And next is, that is hoeing. Hoe has been the most appropriate and widely used weeding tool for centuries, and it is however still a very useful implement to obtain results effectively and cheaply. Next is sickling and mowing. In sickling is also done by hand with the help of sickle to remove the top growth of weeds, and mowing is a machine operated practice mostly done on roadsides and in the lawns. And burning or fire is often an economical and practical means of controlling weeds. And last one is, that is flooding. Flooding kills plant by reducing oxygen availability for plant growth, and the success of flooding depends upon complete submergence of weeds for longer period. And next one is, next method is cultural weed control, in which we also use different practices, that is field preparation, crop rotation, maintenance of optimum plant population, mulching, and also use several cultural practices like tillage, planting, fertilizer application, irrigation, etc. These are employed for creating favorable condition for the crop, and also practices if we used properly, it help in controlling weeds. So first we talk about that is field preparation. So the field has to be kept weed free and flowering of weeds should not be allowed, and this helps in prevention of build up of weed seed population. And next is crop rotation. The possibility of a certain weed species or group of species occurring is greater if the same crop is grown year after year. So we have to done crop rotation for this. And maintenance of optimum plant population, that is lack of adequate plant population is prone to heavy weed infestation, so which becomes difficult to control later. So we have to maintain the optimum plant population to reduce the weed infestation. And mulching is mulching is a protective covering of a material maintained on soil surface, and mulching has smoothing effect of on weed control by excluding light from the photosynthetic portion of a plant and thus inhibiting the top growth. And next weed control method is that is chemical weed control. So chemical method using obviously with the use of chemicals, generally referred as herbicide, or you can say that also weedicide, and for the control of weed it is called as chemical weed control. So in 1944, discovery of 2,4-D sodium salt as a landmark in the herbicide uses. So these are the chemical use of weed control. Next is biological weed control. So use of living organism, that is insects, disease organism, herbivorous fish, snails, or even competitive plants for the control of weeds is called biological control. And in biological control method, it is not possible to eradicate weeds, but weed population can be reduced. So this method is not useful to control all types of weeds. So these are some example of biological method of weed control, that is weed feeders, predators, parasitoids and pathogen. These insect are used for the biological control of weed. And next is integrated weed management. This is the new concept for the weed management. So in which it may be defined as the combination of two or more weed control methods at low input levels to reduce weed competition in a given cropping system below the economic threshold level. And integrated weed management approach aims at minimizing the residue problem in plant, in soil, air and water. And an integrated weed management involves the utilization of a combination of mechanical, chemical and cultural practices of weed management in a planned sequence, so designed as not to affect the ecosystem. So integrated weed management concept, that is uses a variety of technologies in a single weed management with the objective to produce optimum crop yield at the minimum cost, taking into consideration ecological and socio-economic constraints under a given agro ecosystem, and a system in which two or more methods are used to control a weed, and these methods may include cultural practices, natural enemies and selective herbicides. And here are some advantages of integrated weed management, that is it shifts the crop weed competition in favor of crop. It also prevents weed shift towards perennial nature and also prevents resistance in weeds to herbicides, no danger of herbicide residue in soil or plant, no environmental pollution, and also gives higher net return to farmer and also suitable for high cropping intensity. Thank you.